Fillers in your face, part 5. So today I want to talk about a very common question we get. Does dissolving hyaluronic acid fillers in your face destroy your natural tissue? Now, before I answer that, I want to mention, what is a hyaluronic acid? So hyaluronic acid is a natural sugar that is found in our tissue, in our skin, in our connective tissue, in our joints, and even in your eyeball. And its role is to give a little hydration, give a little plumpness to your skin and tissue as a support structure. So we naturally have this substance. The process of these things is that hyaluronic acid is deposited and reabsorbed, broken down every 3 to 5 days. So if I was to inject natural hyaluronic acid into your tissue, your body would just break it up within 3 to 5 days. Now, these filler companies, what they do, they put the filler, the hyaluronic acid, through a process of cross-linking, which means it makes it a little different than your natural hyaluronic acid. And that process of cross-linking allows it to be more stable and last a long time. If you're getting fillers slowly over time, your tissue changes and you don't remember how you used to look. My good friend, Dr.Subbio, actually has this beautiful diagram that goes through this patient from over a 6-7 year period where she starts getting fillers over time and the tissue expands and changes. And as we demonstrated beautifully with our 3D MRI video, you can see that all the green is underneath your tissue. Now here's where the problem happens. Most patients are doing fine until they have some sort of problem with the filler. Typically it's around this area where they get this chronic swelling. So why do people say dissolving destroys their face? They go to the injector who injected them, and the injector mistakenly injects too much of the enzyme to break down the filler. So this is like having a balloon that we suddenly deflate only in one area and you have a divot in that balloon. And so they look in the mirror and say, oh my God, I have a divot in my face and the dissolving destroyed my tissue. But it didn't. It didn't destroy your tissue. It just got rid of that blob of green that I showed you on the MRI scan. So here are some certain facts I want you to know. Number 1, dissolving does not destroy your fat, your protein, your muscles, or anything. In fact, it will dissolve a little bit of your natural hyaluronic acid, but as I mentioned before, that process gets redeposited every 3 to 5 days, so it's not a major thing. Number 2, in order to prevent these problems from happening, we recommend dissolving very slowly using ultrasound. The ultrasound allows you to localize the hyaluronic acid or the problem area and only dissolve every 2 to 4 weeks at a time. Very slowly, you wait for your body to balance, and in combination with Morpheus or radiofrequency to help tighten the tissue. In fact, we've published on this. And number 3, remember, it's not the dissolving that caused the problem, it's the fact that you had too much filler injected over a long period of time. And that's the problem. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let us know below.